He was an ordinary traveler, but destiny had written an extraordinary story for him. The plane he was on crashed in the middle of a dense jungle. Fire, smoke, and screams of panic. When he opened his eyes, everything was silent. Bodies lay scattered. The wreckage burned slowly, and he realized he was the only one alive, alone, surrounded by an endless green maze, a jungle where every sound felt like a threat. He tried to shout for help, but his voice vanished in the trees. Hours turned into days. Hunger and thirst clawed at his body. The heat of the sun scorched his skin. At night, the cold pierced his bones. Every shadow looked like a predator. Every rustle sounded like death. He found muddy water in a ditch and drank it with trembling hands. But it made him sick. Weakness spread through his body. Still, he forced himself to walk, to find a way out. But the jungle wasn't ready to let him go. He heard growls in the distance, glowing eyes watching him from the dark. A tiger, circling him, heart pounding. He climbed a tree. All night, he clung to the branches, waiting for daylight. When the sun rose, his hope returned. But hope was fragile, because he was still lost, still alive, still fighting. The jungle had no mercy. Every step he took felt like a trap. Thorns tore his skin. Blood dripped from his feet. But he kept walking, because stopping meant death. He searched for food and found wild fruits hanging from a tree. He ate them without thinking. Moments later, his stomach twisted in pain. Poisonous. His vision blurred. His body shook. He collapsed on the ground. But he refused to give up. Crawling, gasping, fighting. He dragged himself to a stream. The water was cold, refreshing, life-giving. He drank until his hands stopped shaking. The poison weakened, but didn't vanish. Still, he stood up. Still, he walked. But the jungle wasn't done testing him. A sudden storm broke the sky. Lightning flashed across the trees. Rain poured down like knives. His firewood was soaked. His only chance of warmth gone. Shivering, he built a shelter with broken branches. But the wind tore it apart. All night, he lay in the mud, cold, hungry, afraid, and yet alive. When morning came, he heard something new. A sound. Not the jungle. Not an animal. But a voice, distant, echoing, calling. His heart raced. He ran through the trees, faster, faster. Branches cut his face. Mud slowed his feet. But he didn't stop. He followed the voice until suddenly, silence. Nothing. The jungle swallowed the sound. Had he imagined it, or was someone really there? His chest pounded. Sweat mixed with rain on his skin. The silence was louder than a scream. He looked around. The jungle seemed alive. Every shadow moved. Every tree watched him. Then, a roar, deep, thunderous, a predator. He froze, eyes wide, heart racing. Through the leaves, the glowing eyes stared back. The tiger, hungry, stalking, ready to strike. He grabbed a stick, broken, useless. The tiger stepped closer. Its growl shook the air. He backed away, step by step, until his foot slipped, and he fell into a pit. Sharp spikes of broken wood pierced the ground. A trap, hidden. But he was lucky. He landed on mud instead. The tiger looked down, roared once more, then vanished into the jungle. His breath trembled. He was safe for now, but trapped. The pit walls were steep, slippery, unclimbable. He screamed for help. No answer. Only the echo of his own fear. Hours passed. Darkness swallowed the jungle again. He lay at the bottom of the pit, exhausted, shaking, dreaming of escape. Then, the sound. Footsteps, slow, careful. Someone was there. He lifted his head and saw a figure, silhouette against the moonlight. But not human, tall, strange. Eyes glowing in the dark. It leaned forward and whispered his name. How did it know him? How could it speak? Was it real? Or was his mind breaking? The figure stood above the pit, tall, silent. Its eyes glowed like fire. The man's heart stopped. He whispered, "Who are you?" No answer. Only a breath, cold, chilling. The figure raised a hand, and the ground shook. The pit trembled. Mud slid down its walls. The man tried to climb, slipped, fell again. The figure laughed. A sound not human, not animal, something else. He screamed, but the jungle swallowed his voice. The figure leaned closer. The figure leaned closer. Its shadow covered him. The man's breath quickened. His heartbeat thundered. The figure whispered, but no words came, only a hiss. Like snakes in the dark, he pressed his hands against the mud, climbed with bleeding fingers, higher, higher. The figure reached for him, almost touched, but lightning flashed. For a second, the jungle lit up. The figure vanished, gone. Only silence remained. The man crawled out of the pit, collapsed on the ground, shaking, breathing, alive. He looked at the sky. Rain poured on his face. He whispered, "I survived." But deep inside, he knew something followed him out of that pit. Something unseen, something waiting. The jungle never lets go, and his last breath was yet to come.